Hi, this will be a general tarot reading, bringing in some beautiful, kind, loving energy today. Orgonite, heart crystal. My cat is still snoozing beside me, aren't you, girl? So I'm going to start with the, what are they called? I always get the name wrong. Crystal Affirmations. Yeah, I always end up calling them something else, so I will put a link. My pyramid's just moved there. Beautiful pyramid that my friend made. Yeah, so I will put a link of the cards that I connect with. These were from a magazine, Soul and Spirit. I was having a tidy up and I found these cards, so I'm just going to turn them over and shuffle them because they all want to come out all at once, so it's like, yeah. Black onyx, chakra root, stone of discipline. I am strong enough to see this task through to completion. I will persevere. Black onyx, yeah. My friend made a beautiful Lilith black onyx pendant. So maybe I'm being reminded to wear that as well. So I've got so many beautiful crystal pendants. I'm actually wearing a Labradorite one here, and this is called Golden Healer, my little wolf. Yeah, so I love crystals anyway, so I will always work with crystals. Chevron amethyst, chakra third eye, stone of intuition. I listen to my inner voice and allow my intuition to grow. It's quite interesting actually what pendants that we feel connected to. Like yesterday I wore a beautiful sun pendant when I went to my 2 yoga sound bath classes. It's a lady, she lives locally, and I got that for myself as a present for my birthday last year. So yeah, it's beautiful. Diamond, chakra crown, stone of purity. I allow my inner light to shine in its purest form. Maybe one more. I just had to move my cat a little bit and then she kind of snuggles next to me. She's so funny. I move her that way and she moves nearer to me. It's quite sweet. Rhodonite, chakra heart root, stone of generosity. I use my talents lovingly for the benefit of all. Yeah, that's one of my favourites among many. I remember doing a holistic event and one of the ladies showed a beautiful rhodonite bracelet. I don't know if I've got it on. Oh, I have actually. It's this one that I've got on. Yeah. There was another lady that she was chatting to and I had rhodonite on my mind and she was selling it on her stall to this lady, and I was like, rhodonite, you know, it just made me remember, and I bought one actually. It's beautiful. So I mean, I love all my crystal bracelets anyway. So I just love crystals. Joy 37. Joy, yeah. Bring some joy into your life. Why not? The Hawk 11. Omens, messages. The Raven. Number 10. The hawk is number 11. Sorry, so if someone is, connecting with synchronicity with numbers, number 11 might be significant to you. It's just interesting because the raven, number 10, magic, coincidence, synchronistic events, and there was a raven who had a lot to say earlier in the tree in my garden, and these two came out together. So I think I put that on my shorts actually. Yeah, they've actually been quite vocal this morning. They're actually quiet now, but I do have a lot of ravens and crows around where I live, so they're quiet now. But yeah, he definitely had something he felt was important to say. The wind fairy, number 29, thoughts, words and intellectual analysis. Oh, that one. Serpent, number 23, knowledge, healing. We are in the year of the snake. Yeah, 2025. Wow. Let's see if there's any more. Deer, number 22, gentleness, diplomacy. And maybe see one more. Oh yeah, that one jumped out. Forgiveness, 49. Is it about forgiving yourself or forgiving another person? I don't know. We're all different. We're all going through different connections, aren't we? So only you know what that means to you. Communication, 41. Maybe one more, then I'm going to move on. Love, 45. Ah, yeah. Where would we be without love in our lives? Where would we be? Okay, let's connect with the tarot. Just going to move those there because I've got crystals. I'm just going to move a few things around. Too many. They all want to come out like all at once today. Just definitely got loads that they wish to say. I'm like, hold on. See that they're all jumping out. They're all jumping out now. Let's go for that one. The Magician. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful energy. Magician. What do you wish to create in your worlds? Oh, there's quite a few that have come out all together. 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. All 3 of these decided to come out all together, with the Magician being the first card. Here comes my Magician. Hey boy, you're my Magician, aren't you? Yeah? Are you my Magician? I'm gonna come and see what I'm up to. Are you? Yeah. Okay, 7 of Wands. So, the Magician, 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, so there's definitely been some conflict going on here. Magic has backfired for someone. This is what I'm getting. The Magician, 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So someone, right, this is what I'm getting. So someone's been paying for shoddy spell work. Someone, 9 of Pentacles. Could be connected to a feminine energy that's single, but what I'm getting here, and my guides have just been connecting with me as well, which they do, because I get visions, I get thoughts, I get words that come to me, is someone's been paying for shoddy spell work and they're pissed off about it. They're annoyed about it because they're like, well, why is it not working? And someone's been deceived. Sorry, I laugh because, you know, some of these practitioners, you know, they pretend to be something that they're not, and they're quite happy to take people's money and be like, yeah, I'll do this for you, yeah, I'll do that for you, you know, and stuff. But no. But they also don't take into account what they're actually conjuring up or what they're actually doing. So I just got sitting pretty. So this is connected to a feminine energy, and someone thinks that they're sitting pretty, you know, because they've taken this money, they've taken this pay out or whatever, call it what you will, and the other person's like not seeing the results. Sorry if you can hear like banging around, like my neighbour's upstairs and just wants to make loads of noise whenever I do my videos, which is quite, you know, disrespectful, but never mind. We got to put up with these people, don't we, unfortunately? So, you know, it's part of life. So, you know, it is what it is. So, anyway, back to this. So, I just got sitting pretty. So, someone feels that they're sitting pretty. They feel like they've made a good income with the money that they've been given, but there's a few people here actually that have gone, well, where's the results? The results are not here as to what you promised us, and there's a lot of conflict, you know, and people are pissed off because this person is not who they seem to be. Death. Could be a rebirth. Doesn't necessarily mean a death, but I don't know. Depends what energies that some people have been dabbling with, you know. I wouldn't. That's why I've got to be respectful with who I connect with. Some of them I wouldn't fuck with. Excuse my French. The Chariot. Fast moving energy. Two of Cups. Ooh. 10 of Swords. Come out together. So someone tried to create an ending, but with the Ten of Swords, it's all over. Even though it is painful, yeah, admittedly. We've all experienced the Ten of Swords at some point in our lives. The Moon, Six of Swords. Yeah. So someone is moving on from this. Moon magic. Manipulation. Deceit. Trying to end somebody to do with a connection between two people. What's this card? King of Swords. Masculine energy. Could be a feminine energy. But he could also be wanting to reveal the truth. Six of Wands, yeah. What's this card? Oh, the Devil. Oh. Oh well. It is what it is, you know. It's pay up time for some people, you know. Judgment. And I don't mean with cash, you know. I tell you, when it comes to this person's or people's time, temperance, angels. It's interesting because there's two angels here. Look, judgment and temperance. So even the angels are like, right. Do you know what I mean? You know, even the devil can trick. I mean, I don't particularly like believe in the devil, do you know what I mean? But I do believe in low vibrational entities and what have you, you know. But it depends. I mean, there is some badass entities that I believe that some people have conjured up so they can have this, I don't know, money, power, success. Oh, that made you jump, pumpkin. My pyramid just jumped there. Confirmation, sorry. And some people don't realise what they're dealing with, and they conjure up these entities, and they're like, oh yeah, go and do that and go and do this and you know, and stuff. But they can't intervene with certain connections or energies, you know. I mean, for me and for others, we have an important soul mission. I may do a past life reading after this because I feel I'm being guided to. I'll have a cup of tea after this and I will do a past life reading. But some people have come back here to be other people's karma, and some people or energies have been conjuring up all sorts of what have you, and they've been getting away with it, you know. So this is the time of judgment and temperance, and it has to even out with temperance being here. Yeah, Some people need to be held accountable for their actions. I just connected with there. And what I was going to say, when it comes to these connections meeting their maker, you know, that's when the reality will set in, basically. And it will dawn on them what they've done, you know, because they can't keep getting away with it. So they can't keep causing pain and suffering on the innocent, apparently. Page of Cups, Eight of Swords. So someone has felt bound in their life, but they want to come in with a cup of love. Only people can set themselves free, you know. They say about contracts and this and that and all sorts of things, and, you know, signing in their own bloods. I just got there, but you know, I don't believe that if someone wanted to break free from something, they could. Sorry, but that's what my guides wanted me to say, that because there is someone feeling here that they're bound to do with a contract and they're under judgment. But I believe anyone can turn their life around if they wanted to. If they don't, then they don't. But I don't know. Six of Cups, your childhood. Healing, maybe from childhood connections. I don't have my shadow work cards out. Actually, I could do some. Some people don't like those cards, some people do, but you know. But I feel before someone decides to come in with this cup of love, they need to look at their own connections to do with their childhood. They need to heal. Yes, the Hermit. They need to go within. The Hermit has a guiding light. King of Cups, yeah. Maybe they need to heal to do with their heart. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just the messenger here. I don't know. You know. Yeah, because look, someone's in regret. Load of these cards came out and I was like, no, I'm not going to take them. But they turned over. So Five of Cups, someone's in regret. The High Priestess, yeah. Someone using their intuition. Or they realise that there is a High Priestess who is very intuitive and they know what they have been up to. The Hierophant. Divine intervention. Can't make it up. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles coming in. Oh, okay. So does it, right. So, wait. This is to do with a level up. So, okay, this is in connection to do with someone's, apparently their divine counterpart, but they're not their divine counterpart anymore. That contract has been broken by the divine, and a King of Pentacles is coming in. Yeah. I see. I get it. Well, it's all very well being in regret, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't think... No, there's no more. They want to come out. Oh. They didn't take long. Caution! Tread softly so not to disturb the woodland floor. Cleanse. Wash your weary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glades. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. Beautiful. I love these cards. Okay, what's next? Oh, okay, that one definitely wants to come out. 13, 13, 1, 3, 1, 3. As the storm passes, the clarity is felt faster than lightning is seen against a dark sky. The divine is reminding you that clarity is readily available. All you have to do is ask. You have weathered the storm and now the sky is clearing. Loving energy surrounds me, and I trust that the clarity I feel is the answer I need. Beautiful. One eight, 18, 18. Successful manifestation of your abundance is near. Higher levels of optimism are needed as new abundant beginnings are on the horizon. Brighter days always come after the darkest of nights. Affirmation: everything is in perfect order as I enter into the next chapter of my journey and connect to the abundance that is near. Beautiful. I love these cards. Okay, one more. 12, 12, 1, 2, 1, 2. Within you are shadows of dark and beams of light. The divine is reminding you to embrace the duality that is your individual spark. The spark is being ignited and is ready to illuminate the path ahead. Affirmation: I truly embrace who I am and allow change where it is needed. I trust the duality within me. Beautiful cards. Okay. What's next? Oh, the power animal cards. Yeah. Let's go for these and then I'm going to finish. Oh. Oh, dragonfly. Illusion. You know who you really are. My friends. She made a beautiful crystal. She was talking about making a beautiful dragonfly crystal, like pendant. And I said to her about a brooch because I was going to buy a brooch, but I decided not to buy it in their shop. It was when all the 2020 nonsense was going on, and you know when you go into a shop somewhere and the attitude of this guy is, it was in Glastonbury of all places, so because my friend and I, we went with her 2 children and we wouldn't wear a mask. And he got quite aggressive actually with us. So my friend was talking about that I think someone had done a commission, asked her to do a commission of a dragonfly, and I told her that I, was going to buy this beautiful dragonfly brooch in a shop in Glastonbury, but this guy was, oh my God, I tell you. I mean, I did, say to him, look, you shouldn't be talking to people and that like that, because everybody knows to do with wearing a paper mask is not going to save you from an alleged bioweapon. So people can say what they like on that. I'm not going to get into debate about it. What have you. It is what it is. But this reminded me of that, and with my friend talking about the commission, and I said, well, look, if she could make one into a brooch for me, I'd be more than happy to buy one. But getting this card reminded me about that day when I was with another friend, about how a person can be so rude to people, and people that have got a brain, know that a paper mask won't save you from a bioweapon. So it was all an illusion. As it says on here, you know who you really are. So to hide yourself. And also, there was a video, I'm just going to say this before I read it. There was a video that a guy had done to prove the reduction of oxygen when people wear those masks. So to cover your mouth and your nose, to restrict your breathing. It was a symbol, wasn't it? It was a symbol, and obviously people getting fined, to go shopping if they didn't wear a mask, and and what have you. So, and I think they're actually trying to introduce them now. I'm just like, oh, it's just ridiculous. But as I say, dragonfly illusion, you know who you really are. Yes, so don't wear a mask, whether it's a paper one. I remember actually with a friend, an old school friend, and it says on the box, it does not protect you from any diseases or this, that and the other, and stuff. And I remember someone getting so upset with me, and I just showed that to them, and it's like people were just blind. But it's the indoctrination, the MK Ultra, that it was an experiment, wasn't it? Let's face it, 2020 was an experiment. So my guides want me to just briefly say about that, because it was, and they're trying to introduce it again and all sorts of things. So an illusion. So let's see what it says on here, because I know I kind of went off on one a bit there, but my guides do that. There's always a reason why I do these readings, my healings, and why I say what I do, and people don't have to agree with me, but I do have guides and connections that come in and they give me visions, or they mention something, or I get reminded of something. And it was quite significant of the dragonfly, and then the recent conversation with my friend about the dragonfly brooch, and the arsiness of a guy, over a paper mask, which was just ridiculous. There was no need for it. There was no need for that masculine, overpowering, nasty, rude energy. And I didn't buy my dragonfly brooch. I was like, I'm not buying from you. And Glastonbury of all places, but illusion. Some people are not who they appear to be, they might appear all cool and calm and collective and all of that, and it is an illusion. It's not really who they are. They put a facade on, they put a mask on, they pretend to be something that they're not, but anyway, hopefully my friends will make a lovely dragonfly brooch and I will get one day. Because it's not the same, it's not the same from buying from someone. I love supporting my friends, like, with what they make, and the artists friends I connect with, and obviously my friends that make cards, and and I've also got a beautiful magical box that I'm looking at, beautiful crystal box. I will mention that next time, actually, because I've got all my crystals in it at the moment. It's absolutely beautiful. So anyway, dragonfly, illusion, you know who you are. You are a matter of illusion, particularly in the guises you wear for others. This is a gift that was born in the travails of your childhood. An adaptation that once served you well. These masks do serve a purpose because you can be whoever you need to be in any situation. Yet it can also be easy to fool yourself into thinking that any of these personas are the real you. The truth is that you don't need to rely on these false personas anymore. On occasion they will come in handy. But at this point it's time to let the you of who you are show up in all your varied expressions and manifestations. One of the more popular rouses you run on yourself is pretending you don't know the truth. In other words, you play dumb, hoping that because others like to feel superior, you can indulge them in this way. Wow. Yet inwardly you can be smug and secretly indulge in your own illusion of superiority. Wow, that's a word. Once you acknowledge the truth, then you'll know what to do. And by that acknowledgement and acceptance, you accept the truth of who you are. Colourfulness, mirage, mystery, deception. Absolutely. Some people do like to wear a mask, and they do like to, in regards to deception, but as I was saying in my previous video, the truth always comes out in the end, and people will love you for who you truly are. And if you feel that they don't, then maybe you need to look into loving yourself. Thank you for listening to my lovely tarot reading. Absolutely brilliant. I love doing these readings, and I love my channel. I just want to say thank you to all of my lovely subscribers, and look after yourself and enjoy the sunshine.